Kevayam nama rupabhyam yadubihi saha pandava bhavato adarshanam jarhi rishikanam iveshitu. Krishna, these Pandavas and Yadavas are like lifeless bodies without you, she is telling. It's like a lifeless body or like a wire without electricity. It's like that. Like you see the bulb is glowing here because when you switch on the bulb it will glow. When you switch it off it will be switching off. That doesn't mean we are the controller. MSCB is the controller. Isn't it? Similarly, just because we are able to do something doesn't mean everything is in our hands. God gives us some control, but we don't have absolute control over everything. There was one doctor who saw some of our Hare Krishna devotees going to that hospital, and the doctor said, even for you Hare Krishnas, you have to come to us for curing your diseases and everything. And the devotee said, it's all God's grace that we got cured in the hospital. Now we are going back, he said. So the doctor felt a little uneasy. He said, why do you bring in God? I cured your disease. He said, And the devotee said, yeah, you did your part, but then ultimately it's God's blessing that our disease was cured. So then the doctor was wild. He said, you people are just superstitious. For everything, God, God, you are saying. Didn't you see me doing the surgery for you? I only did it, he said. Then this devotee wanted to teach him a good lesson. He asked the doctor, sir, in your hospital, do people die also? He asked. And the doctor said, yeah, sometimes people die. He said, why are you killing people? He asked. So the doctor got shocked. He said, हम क्या थोड़ी लोगों को मारते हैं? उनके तकदीर में जो लिखा है वो होता है. He said. So then he told the doctor, अरे वो लोग मर जाते तो तकदीर में लिखा है, अगर बचाते हो तो आपने बचाया. ये क्या लॉजिक है? So what is this logic? When people are saved, then you saved them. When people die, then God has killed them. This is foolish, childish logic. So intelligent doctors, they will recognize God's hand. I went to Apollo Hospital in Delhi. There was a very good gentleman, one Agarwal. So in his table he has written, I treat, God heals. It was such a wise statement. So he had a Bhagavad Gita also with him. So that fellow knows the philosophy properly. Do your best and leave the rest. I treat, God heals. This is the right logic. So in our life also we should know, ultimately the sanction is in God's hand only. It's in Krishna's hands. Without his sanction, not even a blade of grass can move. So that leads us to that other part of the formula, which is give up, worry about the result. Actually, when we can give up our worry, when we actually know how God is very powerful and how He is supreme control and everything. So in the next few slides I have shown that. You can go to the next one. Yeah, further. You can show the whole slide. Yeah. You see, whenever we do something, we have a desire to take the credit, always. When something wonderful happens, then people say, then you ask, who did it? I did it. Everybody will raise their collar. Then if some blunder has happened, you ask, hey, how did this blunder happen? Somebody else must have done it. Blaming means somebody else. And good thing, myself, raise the collar. This is the nature of this world. So, that is why you will see people have a desire to take the credit for whatever they do. Like one boy had done a project with 3 other students also. But he told in the interview panel that, sir, actually I only did the project. The other boy only typed it. One boy did only binding of that. And one boy just carried it from the shop. That's all. Rest of it all I did. So his idea was he wanted 200 out of 200. So the panel people told him, Acha, you did the whole thing. And then they told the very definition of the problem is wrong. They said, in the very first page, you have committed a mistake. So the entire work is wrong. That means you have contributed it mostly. Then he was bewildered and they proved to him. And then he cried out and said, sir, please honestly believe me, I only did only small part of this work. So, in this world there is a desire for grabbing the credit, you see. That is why first it's written from doership to divine. We should be able to see the hand of God, how it is by His grace that things happen. So we cannot do anything without His sanction. And we have to eliminate the false ego and the doership feeling while doing the work and after completing the work also. So, while doing the work, we should think, I am servant of God. And as soon as we complete the work, we should give the credit to God. Like, when people praised Prabhupada, Swamiji, what a laudable work you have done. You went to the West and spread the movement all over the world. Prabhupada would immediately give the credit to his Guru. He would say that, it's on the order of my Guru, Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, I went to the West and preached Krishna consciousness. On the day of Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur's appearance, Prabhupada cried tears and he said, all of you, my American boys and girls, and my disciples, it's only by your help I could expand this movement. So, Prabhupada reflected the credit either to his disciples or to his spiritual master or to Krishna. And he says, I am like a puppet in Krishna's hands. And he is making me dance. Like that he says. In fact, in case you want to get a deeper insight into this, you can read the 11th chapter. There is one verse. Krishna says, Tasmat pamuttishta yasho labhasva jitva shatrun bhungshvarajyam samriddham mayaiva yete nihita purvameva nimittamatram bhavasavyasachin. Arjuna, in my universal form I will show you how all this Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Jayadratha, Duryodhana and company, all of them, all are going into my mouths, flaming mouths. Understand, Arjuna, that mayaiva yete nihitaha purvameva. I have already killed these people before. Then Arjuna may ask, then what am I doing? Isn't it? Krishna says, nimitta matram bhavasya visachin. You are only a nimitta only. In fact, this is Dharma Yuddha. And Vijay and the victory is going to be obtained by those who follow Dharma, namely the Pandavas. And the Kauravas who don't follow Dharma, they all will be finished, and I can show you in my universal form. Like this Krishna said. Which means, by saying this, Krishna has proved that how much bigger hand he has in this work. Because if Krishna has killed all of them, then Arjuna became very confident. Because Krishna, this is your will, it's going to happen, 100% is going to happen. I will simply become an instrument in your hands. And I can very easily kill them because you are the ultimate doer, I am only your instrument. For example, say I am living in a room, so you come and batter the door. When I open the door, so you can say, what will you say? Radheshyam Das opened the door. Correct, no? You will say. Or you can say, Radheshyam Das's right hand opened the door. You can say. Or Radheshyam Das's index finger and the thumb, both of them opened the door. You can say. If you see like this, two people may do a project together. But ultimately, because they are part of God, God only does it. So, in this way we can see we are only a tiny part and parcel of God. And we have no independence. We are dependent on God. So when God sanctions, then only we can do anything. And that's what Lord said. What you are doing, Arjuna, is simply beating a dead snake. Sometimes in our villages we used to have snakes. So one time, all of our friends, when we were small boys, we heard a snake is moving from one house to another. So we all jumped on the table. Everybody jumped on the top of the table and ready with a stick in case it comes. But afterwards the news came that the snake was killed. Then we all ran, everybody. After the snake was fully dead, we took our stick and bet the snake also. And next day we went to school and told our friends, I killed a snake, So, like that, Arjuna also understood, I am only beating a dead snake because Krishna has done most part of the job in the Kurukshetra battlefield. And throughout Kurukshetra battlefield, you will see how much Krishna helped the Pandavas, you will see. That is why we should not have the doership feeling. Because why we should not have doership feeling? There is one conversation between Krishna and Jambavan. You all know Jambavan. And Jambavan actually Jambavan is the Lord's devotee, Lord Ramachandra's devotee. But he was also in Krishna Leela. Somehow or other he thought Krishna has come to take the Shamandaka jewel. So he started having a stunt with Krishna. So 28 days they were punching each other and having a fight. And when Jambavan punched Krishna, Krishna was laughing, enjoying. But when Krishna punched Jambavan, Jambavan's all nerves broke down practically. His whole body became like a balloon without air. He completely collapsed. And he told Jamban, my dear Lord, nobody in this world can beat me down like this. You are so mighty, powerful. You must be Lord Ramachandra, he told them. And then, at that time, Jamban told, in this world, people, those who are scientists are so proud of some inventions. But who has given them the brain? Einstein didn't create his own brain. God gave him the brain. Nor can Einstein create brain for someone else. It is God who is the giver of the brain. God who is the giver of hands and legs and eyes and ears and nose and everything. You have given us the senses. You have given us the brain. And you have given us all this Panchamahabhut and everything. And the scientists are taking it and they are processing little bit and saying that we did it, they are saying. Isn't it? But actually it is you, my Lord. Just like in a mobile, if you see, you can talk in your mobile from here to America, isn't it? But how you are able to speak? Because there are waves which carry the message. Did we create those waves? God created those waves. If those waves are not created by Krishna, then our mobile will be like the the box that children use for keeping pencils and all. Our mobile will be like that mobile only, without these waves. So we are depending on God's support, and man claims that I did it. We haven't done. Without God, in fact, even the materials and everything we use, everything is provided by God. So Jambavan's logic is very, very powerful. And then Krishna massaged Jambavan again. And again Jambavan became strong. After Krishna gave a massage to him. So Jambavan's discussion you can read, it's very interesting. He proves this point about how we are not the doer. Ultimately Krishna is the doer. Yeah, next one.